Hello and welcome to the Herrington Carmichael Employment Law Update for April 2016. I'm Alistair MacArthur, I'm the head of the employment team at Herrington Carmichael, and as always I've got 4 key subjects to talk to you about this month. So let's start. I'm going to begin with the case of Mohammed Morrisons. This case involved an employee of Morrisons who assaulted Mr Mohammed in the course of his duties. Morrisons were held liable for this employee's actions even though they were illegal in the form of an assault. Now that's quite worrying for employers because your employees may be engaging in activity which is a breach of the law and you would still be liable for it. It's important to make sure you properly train your employees about what they should and should not be doing if it influences their job. Next, we have the case of Peninsula and Donaldson. For many of you, you'll know there's been an issue for some time as to whether childcare vouchers should be paid as part of the benefits during maternity leave. Peninsula and Donaldson clarify this, that where childcare vouchers are provided through a salary sacrifice scheme, that forms remuneration and that stops as part of the normal situation on maternity leave, so where pay would normally stop. It doesn't continue in the same way as benefits. So if you've been giving childcare vouchers and doing that through salary sacrifice, in light of Peninsula and Donaldson, you need to go back and review what you've been doing to see whether you should now stop paying or not. Third case, Ajaj versus Metrolina. In this case, Mr Ajaj exaggerated his sickness absence and Metrolina disciplined him as a result. Disciplined him for gross misconduct, to be precise. Now, for some of you this may seem unsurprising. He was dishonest and therefore he should be disciplined. For others this may be groundbreaking. So what you need to do is you need to look very carefully at what employees are telling you when they're absent. If they're exaggerating it, if they're lying to you, if they're being dishonest, you can discipline them for it. It's a disciplinary issue, it's gross misconduct, that's a termination without notice. Lastly, this month, you would have seen in previous updates from us how in cases where employees are travelling around or travelling to work, they should be being paid for that travel, where they are regularly moving from one location to another or they have to travel to their first place of work. And that's to ensure that they get the national minimum wage or the national living wage. In the last month though, we've seen a case involving a care provider where some 100 carers were not getting the right wages and the employer was fined £2,500 per carer for this infringement. So please look back carefully. If you've got employees who are travelling around for their work and you're paying them a low level, then you need to look very carefully to make sure you are still paying them the national minimum wage. That's it from me this month. I hope you have a very good month and we'll be coming back to you in May. Thank you.